So I think today more than ever, mindset has become really important.
Often the problem with people is they don't quite know how to change, or they don't want to change. Really, the absolute key is if people want to change, then anything is possible.
I was actually a student on the receiving end of mindset practice when I was working in operations. So I already had a relationship and understood what it was that they did. So when we looked to deliver the curriculum in 2021, it was an obvious choice to kind of relaunch that relationship and that experience with mindset practice.
Essentially what we were looking for was for a tool that could be used by largely a graduate population, something that they could access at their own pace, something they could complete whenever they had space to do that around their normal work schedule, and obviously given the current situation, something they could do virtually as well.
We wanted to bring in some complementary strengths to the leadership development skills and processes that we have in our business.
Partnering mindset practice, initially it was for leadership development programs. It was really important, especially at the start of pandemic, because we really felt there was a need to actually provide more of an open access to emotional intelligence, and in varying degrees as well.
I have integrated their solutions seamlessly into my coaching, and I'm happy with the tools and the materials from mindset practice in terms of how they enable me to offer a very finished product.
Working largely with a graduate audience, so men and women in kind of their early 20s, very discerning as far as an online tool is concerned. So it was really important to hear what they had to say about it. A couple of things that they said kind of right off the bat is that it feels like a really slick tool, it feels really professional, but also they talked a lot about how the clips, especially the ones recorded by Rich and Jackie, come across as really authentic.
Mindset practice have got a very credible background in not just explaining emotional intelligence, but also in being able to provide you with some deep thinking around the topic, and then some tools that you can use to make what is really absolutely crucial, some progress with whatever thinking you have about making some development of yourself, in this case around leadership from our point of view.
The mindset practice materials are very much aimed at helping people develop their awareness of what they do think, how they do choose to show up, what other options and choices they have available to them. So for any coach or learning and development practitioner or team that is aimed at developing people, I would say the mindset practice tools are easy to integrate to your current portfolio of offerings, and a really seamless way for you to offer maybe some new, more diverse or digital-based materials and offerings.
It allows the individuals to learn at their own pace, but also have that accountability and that resource at their fingertips to go back and check as they wish, but also learn at the pace in which they feel comfortable, which is very similar to a lot of the programs in which we offer in-house.
By giving people the theory to digest it in their own time, it means that the conversations we then have with them on either a one-to-one or a small group basis can really focus on what that's meant for them as individuals.
We have a philosophy at Active 4 where we are looking for partners who offer best of breed solutions, for want of a buzz phrase. We haven't seen anybody better in the emotional intelligence arena than mindset practice. So we think we provide an extremely high standard of leadership development program. It's accredited, after all, to the equivalent of a degree level. So to be alongside that, we view our partners as having to be good, and there's no doubt about it that mindset practice are.
I guess there's a couple of things for us that have been really important. One of those is the ability to be able to personalize the tool. So as far as client branding goes, kind of client messages, values, aims, objectives, all of that sort of stuff, we can customize the tool for them. And I guess the other thing in a really fundamental, pragmatic way is they feel like a safe pair of hands, and we don't have to do a lot of work around the administration of the tool.
I think working with mindset practice is definitely a great relationship that we have for courses that form part of a curriculum for the leadership teams, but also being adaptable and navigating through COVID, but we don't know what's on the other side of the horizon. So actually, that need and that support that we get from mindset practice is definitely going to kind of continue to help us in the future.
It's about having similar intentions of purpose, which is to help people grow. So I find working with them very much a partner-based collaborative relationship.
They're good people, they're a pleasure to work with, they bring up-to-date and progressive thinking to the table, and they continue to develop what they do. So why wouldn't you be alongside a business like that? We're happy to be so, and we would have thought that others would be too.